Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to discuss about the all request messages, response messages, header fields, and all other fields related to the SIP environment, related to the SIP protocol, we can say. Right, so in this particular lecture, I'm going to discuss about the invite method, that is your request. So as soon as you initiate a call, the first message it will go is the invite message, right? So on that particular message, I'm going to discuss about the things like how the invite message is created, what all are the header fields under this invite message, right? And whether it is sending an early offer or it's a delayed offer, like I'll gonna discuss about all those things in this particular invite message. And then in upcoming lectures, I'm gonna discuss about like maybe 100 trying, 180 ringing in depth, and I will let you know how to read the traces as well. Then we're gonna discuss about the all other headers as well, all other messages or other responses, everything, right? So now in this particular lecture, I'm starting it from the invite. So first thing, as you can see it up here, what I'm going to discuss it today is creating initial invite. Then I'm going to discuss about the SIP request. After the SIP request, we will be heading to the header fields. What all are the headers in your SIP request, or I can say the first initial invite as well, right? And then we will see after sending the invite message, what would be the invite responses from the user agent server, like from the other side. One is user agent client, another one user agent server. So now after that, I'm going to discuss about the processing invite responses, whether you're getting provisional responses, you're getting a final responses, and when are you getting the provisional responses, or when are you getting the other responses like 4xx error messages, maybe 3xx redirection, and all other things. We will discuss about that. And then that is what this is last actually. I discussed invite is like when the invite is redirected, that is 3xx messages, or if the invite is accepted, that is 2xx messages. If the invite is rejected, then you will be getting like 4xx messages, right? So I'm going to discuss about all these things in much more detail today. So for that, let me just open my whiteboard and then I can let you know about all other things, how we can proceed further, right? So now let's start with this one. So as everybody knew about it, I believe we are having, let's say this is our one user agent client, and let's say this is my user agent server, right? Let me just write it down as well. This is my user agent client, and this is my user agent server, right? So this is my user client and server. So whenever you are sending something, then invite will go from this particular user agent client to user agent server. This will be, this will be your invite message, right? Because invite message is going from user agent client to user agent server. What that means, if the invite message is going from, I can say from user agent client to user agent server, that means user agent client is the one who initiates the call, right? So I can say maybe this one would be perfect, right? So user agent client is the one who initiates the request. That is why the invite is coming from user agent client to user agent server. So let me just to give you a brief like how one SIP call works. So first message is this one, invite is going from user agent client to user agent server, and let me draw a line here so that it will be pretty easy for you to understand. Okay, so invite message went from user agent client to user agent server. And after that, what you will get? User agent server will send you a response. What response user agent server will send you? That response would be 1xx response, right? And 1xx usually I can say as soon as initial invite goes from user agent client to user agent server, you will get 100 trying message, right? Once you get 100 trying message, your user agent client knows about it, that my initial invite which I created already reached to this particular user agent server, and that is why he received this 100 trying message. So maybe you have a question in your mind like, if I am not getting this 100 trying message, what will happen, right? So if you are not getting this 100 trying message within like within a time frame that the invite will reoccur, or I can say it will send the invite again. This user agent client will send the invite again, and it depends on the T1 timer. I can say T1 timer. Why am I saying T1 timer? The T1 timer is the one which is, I can say, is 0.5 seconds, right? Or I can say, you can just say as well 500 millisecond, right? This is T1 timer. Sorry, 500 millisecond. Correct. This is T1 timer. This is default. So if you are not getting this 100 trying, if you're not getting this 100 trying, then user agent client will send the request again, right? And then it will send the request after like this 500 millisecond is your 0.5. Then you need to double the T1, double the time, right? When it will send it again, then it will send the request at 1000 millisecond, right? After that, it will send the request at 2000 millisecond, then multiply by 2 again, 4000 millisecond, multiply by 2, 800 millisecond, and then the last is 16,000 millisecond, right? So these are actually the six, not I can say response, I can say six retry timers, or I can say six retry intervals. First one is this: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, right? And if you count all these, that would be almost 31.5 seconds, right? That is, I can say, close to, you can say 32 seconds, right? That is our the last interval, we can say last retry, what it will do, because this total is 32 seconds, right? So it will send the retry invites after every, I can say this 0.5, then it will send it after 1 second, then it will send it after 2, then 4, then 8, and then 16, right? This 16 seconds. So total would be this 31.5. That is like exactly 32 seconds, we can say, right? I hope this thing is clear to you. Okay. Then after that, let's suppose now you got the 100 trying response, then you will get, so here you get the provisional response, right? After that, what you will get, I hope you know about it if you see my other videos as well. So after this 100 trying, you will get like, let's say 180 ringing, right? Or you can say another thing as well, 183 session progress as well, right? After that, what you will get after this 183 ringing, you will get a 200 okay, right? So what you will get? You will get 200 okay, which is your final response. So these two, 100 trying and 180 ringing, 100 trying and 180 ringing, this is your provisional responses, right? This is your provisional responses. And this 200 okay is your final response. And as soon as you get this 200 okay final response, after that, you will send acknowledgement, that is ACK, I can say, right, from user agent client to user agent server, right? If you get early offer, if it is an early offer, then you will get an answer in 200 okay, and if it is a delayed offer, you will get an answer in acknowledgement, right? So after this acknowledgement, what will be done? After this acknowledgement, RTP stream will establish between both of these, I can say user agent client and user agent server. RTP stream will establish. And after that, let's say user agent server wants to disconnect the call, right? Then user agent server will send the response, not the response, I can say request. User agent server will send the request here, right? That will be the by request, right? And after that, your user agent client will send a response, and that will be your 200 okay, right? So this is actually your initial, I can say, the call when user agent client is sending an invite message to the user agent server, how it will work, right? Now, this is just creating initial invite I have discussed so far, right? After this one, what I need to do is my next thing is like SIP request, right? This is the invite request. Under that SIP request, what I am gonna have, right? That SIP request is usually derived from this particular user agent client, right? This one, user agent client, this one, user agent client, right? It is particularly derived from user agent client, which contains header fields, right? This invite contains all the header fields. And what all are the header fields? So let me just clear this one and let me draw a new one. So what all headers you will be having? Let's say this is your header field, right? What all are the headers in your invite request? Or I can say mandatory header fields. I'm going to discuss about the mandatory header fields first in all SIP requests. So I can say first header you will be having from and to, right? From would be there, to would be there. Then you will be having a mandatory header is I can say call ID, right? Call ID is also your mandatory header. Then you will be having this CSAC via header, as well as, which is important with that, is max forwards. So these all are your mandatory header fields in all the SIP requests. It will be there in every single SIP request, right? These all are the mandatory headers, correct? So now these all are the mandatory headers, but it's not like you will not be having any other headers. No, you will be having, there are so many headers in one SIP request, or I can say in one initial invite as well. You will be getting so many SIP headers. And all these SIP headers, all these 6 SIP headers, what I write from to call ID, CSAC, via max forwards, they jointly provide critical routing services. When I say critical routing services, it includes addressing of all your messages. Let me write it down. That will be easy for you if you want to make some notes. So what these headers will do, like it contains this, these all header field contains critical routing services. Starts with, I can say, addressing of messages, and then you will be have routing of responses as well. Whatever you are getting the response, this is actually responsible for the routing. Then I can say ordering of messages as well, right? What is the order? Then you will be getting the things like unique identification, mainly unique identifications of all your transactions, right? These all things are will be under this header field, right? And if I talk about this one, like these all are the things which this header field provides critical routing services. So let me discuss about the other header fields, what you will get as well. In addition to these header fields, right? There will be a request line. I hope if you see and if you saw any message of SIP request, then you must know about it, request line. And that request line contains method. That request line contains request URI, and that request line contains, I can say, SIP version as well, right? There are much more headers as well. It's not just like these headers. I'm coming on all the SIP headers, or I can say one by one, right? So now your user agent, it will support, or I can say user agent, which is supporting invite, must also support your other messages as well. What all are the other messages which your user agent can support is, so if it is supporting invite, right, then the supported is also one of the header. And that supported, you will get all other things as well, supported header field, right? So if a user agent which is supporting invite, it should support these things as well, app, cancel, or by message as well, right? Okay, then after that, I can say what all header fields you will be having is, let me just write it down for you here again. Okay, so now you will be having that, I can say, allow header field. This is also your header field, right? You will be having supported header field also, correct? You will be having accept header field, correct? Then you will be having, I can say, the expires header as well. Yes, expires header field. So these all are the header fields you will get, not the filed actually field. Okay, so these all are the header fields you will see in your invite message. Why am I writing all these down? Because I'm gonna show you all these header fields in my upcoming slide as well. Because I have one of the trees for just invite message where you will see all this from, to, call ID, CSAC, via, max forward, act cancel by, not act cancel by, actually that is not a part of invite message. because these are messages, these are not the headers. So then you will be able to see allow header, supported header, accept header, and the expires header field as well, right? And after that, let's say it's an early offer. I hope everybody knows about it. What is early offer? So let me tell you, let me just give you a brief as well. So early offer is whenever you are creating an initial invite, right? Whenever you are creating an initial invite, you will be sending SDP messages, right? You will be sending SDP messages. What is SDP messages? In the particular SDP message, you will tell the other party what I am offering, and you can check, and then you can negotiate, and then you can send me something in your offer. And what offer is? Offer is in 200. Okay, that is 2xx response, right? So what is under that SDP? I can say, or maybe we can call it as message body as well. And what all other fields except these headers we have in the invite messages? I can say content type. You will be able to see content disposition, something, I believe, yes, disposition, content type, content disposition, and maybe any other as well, not sure about it, but yeah, maybe content type, content disposition would be there. Content type you will be able to see, and content disposition, it says maybe session or handling is required or not, right? I will show it to you all these things in the next upcoming slide, where I have shown, like, where I'll be able to show you everything, like the invite message particular, right? Then after this one, let's say I have this one, addressing of messages, request line, content type, add, cancel, buy, allow header field. Let's say after all these messages, I want to process my invite response. Or maybe I can discuss about this invite response later on. Let me just discuss about this one first, right? This allow header fields, supported header fields, accept header fields. So what this allow header field means, this allow header fields, right? So I can just write it down here, allow, I'm just discussing about this allow header field here. Okay, what is this allow header field? I will write it down as well here so that you can note it down as well. So this allow header field should be present in your invite message, right? So I can just say this, or maybe I can remove these things and then I can. Okay, so let me discuss the allow header field. Okay, so allow header field. Okay, so what this allow header field is, this method, this is usually present in your invite, right? This should be present in your invite message, right? So this allow header field, you will be able to see whenever you are checking the traces, you will be able to see allow header. This is the name of the header, allow header, right? What it means? It means what all are the methods can be invoked within a dialog. What this allow header field will do? It means what all are the methods you can invoke within a dialog, right? Where you can do on the user agent who is sending the invite, right? For the particular duration of the dialog. That is the main work of allow header fields. I hope you understand, right? Let me take an example of this allow header fields, or maybe let's say under the allow header field you have this method, that is info, right? Let's say this method is there in the allow header fields, info method. So, and what is this info request actually? What does this info request will do? So any user agent who is capable of receiving info request, this user agent, you know about it, who makes a call, right? If that user agent is capable of receiving info request within a dialog, it should include this particular info method, right? It This particular info method should include an allow header field. If this info method is not added under this allow header field, you will not be able to receive info request, that is information request. That particular user agent will not be able to receive any information request if this info request, or we can say info method, is not showing in the allow header field in the invite message, right? In the same way, In the same way, we have supported header fields, right? Supported header. Okay, what is this supported header field? So this is also the same. This should be present in your invite, right? And it shows all the things which are understood by user agent client. What all the things I can say? I can take an example of 100 rel, right? This is a part of supported header fields, 100 rel. What is 100 rel? This 100 rel is actually related with the prac. And what is prac? Prac is actually your provisional response, right? Provisional response, right? Supported header contains 100 rel. That means your user agent client supports prac. 100 rel is there, that means it supports prac. Then that prac, it says provisional. Prac is, what is prac? Prac is provisional response. Provisional response is like whenever user agent server is sending let's say 100 trying, and he needs a response for that, or 180 ringing, or I can say 1xx. I can't say prac for 100 trying. No, there is an option. What you can do, you can say you need a prac for all 1xx messages, or you need a prac for 1xx which contains sdp. This is a particular I can say an particular option which you can enable. This is usually disable. I can say you can just enable this option, that is under SIP profile or maybe SIP trunk security profile. I don't remember actually. It may be under SIP profile, maybe under SIP trunk security profile, right? So supported header field that will contain your 100 rel as well, right? That is supported header field, correct? Usually it is that user agent server can send 100 rel as well, right? If your user agent server is sending that 100 rel, that means it needs a prac. That means it needs a provisional response, right? That is just an example for supported header field, right? After that, we'll be having accepted header field also. Accepted header field. What is under this accepted header fields? It can be present in invite, and it indicates which content types are acceptable to the user agent. Content type, right? Content type is mainly needed to describe the message body. That is the main purpose of this accepted header fields. I'll show you this accepted, supported, allow header fields as well in the example. Then we'll be having this expires header field. Expire header field, what this expire header field is? Expire header field, user agent, which is like creating the invite. It may add this expire header field to limit the validity of that particular invite, right? It can add this expire header field, which will tell you like for this particular interval of particular time interval, this request will be valid, right? And if if in that particular time which is indicated in this particular expire header field is reached, and client did not receive any final response for that particular invite, your user agent client will be generating a cancel request for that particular invite. That means user agent client haven't received any final response within this particular time frame which is mentioned in the expire header field, then your user agent client will send a cancel request to your user agent server, right? I hope this is clear to you. Allow header field, supported header, accepted header, expired header. Now, after this one, I hope you remember in the previous whiteboard, previous thing which I cleared just earlier, I have mentioned about content disposition, content type as well. So content type I have already discussed, that is needed to describe the message body, right? And then we have content disposition. What is that content disposition actually? Content disposition. So content disposition, which says session handling, whether it is required or not, like, right? So on the SIP usually uses offer answer model, where one user agent sends SDP, which we call it as offer, which contains proposed description of session, right? Proposed description of session. That is this session, which says session required, right? So whenever you're sending an invite and it contains SDP, which we call it as offer, it contains proposed description of your session. What that means is proposed description means what all are the things under that particular session and what all are the description, like what is the session, version, origin, media, codecs, all other details, right? I hope this thing is also clear to you. Content disposition. Okay, so now I'll say this thing I already discussed earlier as well. Maybe I can discuss it again, the early offer thing. If your initial offer is an invite, you will get answer in non-reliable message from US, which is correlate to that invite, right? You will get that answer in reliable. I can say not the non-reliable actually. You will get the answer in reliable messages. That is a non-failure message. What is that reliable non-failure message? That is your 200. Okay. This is your reliable message and it's a non-failure. You will get, okay, let me just write it down. If you are getting SDP, right? If you are getting SDP, or I can say if you are sending SDP in initial invite, right? If initial offer is an invite, that means you are offering, that means SDP. Then you will get an answer. Where you will get an answer? You will get an answer in 200. Okay, right? This is your early offer actually. If let's say you are not sending an early offer invite, you are not sending, I can just write it down, no early offer. Let's say you are not sending an offer, right? If it is not an invite, it will be in the first initial, I can say it will not initial, it will be in the first reliable non-failure message from user agent server, right? And that is your first non-failure and reliable. What is the non-failure and reliable message? That is 200 okay. So in the 200 okay, you will get the offer. So here you get the answer in 200 okay. Here you will get the offer in 200 okay. And then you will send the answer in your acknowledgement. That is your answer, right? Invite, no early offer. That means you will get an offer in 200 okay. And then you will send an answer in act. So don't go on these directions, right? It is just, I just write it down. Invite is going from like left to right, then 200 okay will be from right to left. So don't go on these directions and all. Okay, so now if the I hope this thing is clear. Invite offer, then you will get an answer in 200 okay. If invite doesn't contain any offer, you will get an offer in 200 okay, and you will send an answer in acknowledgement, right? So once your user agent server sent or receive an answer or offer to the initial offer, that particular user agent server will not generate subsequent offer in any responses, right? Once it generates that 200 okay, either offer or answer, it will not generate any other subsequent offers to that particular initial invite, right? So main conclusion here, we can say, if offer is an invite, answer would be in 2xx. If offer is in 2xx, answer would be in acknowledgement, right? This one. If offer is an invite, answer would be in 200 okay. If offer is in 200 okay, answer would be in ACK, that is acknowledgement, right? I hope this thing is clear to you, correct? After this one, we will be having traces, like where I will be able to show you what all are the messages, methods contains in your particular initial invite, right? Let me just open my slide and then you will be able to see those particular messages, right? So here you can say this is my invite method. Invite message, I can say invite. This is the request is going. This is the invite message. Invite request, I can say. And then you can see these are the headers: via, from, to, call ID, CSAC, contact header. These all are the headers. From, via, to, call ID, CSAC, contact. This is also a header, contact header. This is the allow header field, which I was discussing. Allow header field. This allow header field contains act, buy, cancel, info, invite options, all other things, prac, refer, right? Then you have this accepted header field. This is accept header fields. That is this is mainly for this one, application or SDP. Correct. Then supported header field. This is supported 100 rel. I have actually included this supported 100 rel in this invite. Usually when you once you will send, then you will get this supported header, right? So this supported 100 rel is also there. Allow, it says prac, that means the prac is allowed. This is the 100 rel, that is supported header field as well, that is rated to the prac. This is the expires header field, that is in seconds, 180. This is max forward 69. This is also an header field that is under the mandatory. So this is mandatory from, to, via, call ID, CSAC, and this max forward 69. Max forward is also, so what that max forward means, it can hope to the next 69 destination as well, I can say. This is the max forward field. Then you have this content type, what I was discussing, content type, which contains application or SDP. That means this message contains SDP as well. Content disposition, I was saying session. Session means the particular, I can say, details or description of the session, right? Handling is required, yes. Content length 292, that particular means this initial invite contains SDP messages, right? That is mainly required for this content length. After that, you will be having this one, version, origin, session, CT, media, Oreo, like all other things, like all the codecs and all other things as well you are having in your SDP messages. What is this? Version 0, origin contains the IP, then session that contains the IP, T. That is most important, the whether the call is audio, video, this is RTP, or this is your port number, RTP or AVP. This is your codec details, or I can say these are actually the codec profiles, 1808 and 101. These are codec profiles, and it contains under the codecs. This 18 means G729 8 kbps. 18, there is more condition, that is FMTP. FMTP means condition on this particular 18. So G729 contains different codecs, G729A, G729B, G729AB, ABR8, right? So this FMTP 18 means annexure B equals to no. That means this is not gonna use G729B, right? It's not gonna use G729B. After that, this 0 means PCMU, that is G711 MULO. 8 means G711 ALO, 8 kbps. A is equal to RTP map 101, that is telephone event. 101 0 to 15, send receive, max speed time. So all these are a part of your SDP messages, right? So once you have the initial invite, right? You already have the initial invite. After that, what you will get? You will get the responses, right? You will get the invite responses from your user agent server, what I discussed about it, right? So I'm going to discuss about that particular responses in the next lecture, because this is also gonna make a very big video. So that particular responses will contain 1xx, 2xx, 3, 4, 5, and 6xx, what you will get whenever you are getting an initial invite, right? And before going to that, I'm gonna share you something. Like if you are looking for any training on this particular SIP, okay, if you're looking for any training, you can go to this SIPSense, that is lms.sipsense.com. It contains courses starting from, I can say, beginner, or I can say intermediate. You can go to this lms.sipsense.com, where you will contain courses. And if I scroll it down, not scroll actually, you can go to this view course catalog. Under this view course catalog, you will be having this SIP basics. This is actually free. This SIP basics, it contains high level introduction to SIP, 15 activities, about 1 hour study, and it's free for one. This is actually free. This SIP basics is free. And if you're looking for like a foundation and the advanced version of SIP, where you need some activities, where you need, or if you need a SIP school certification exam as well, then you can go with this foundation and the SIP advanced. So under this SIP foundation course, you will be able to see 275 activities, 18-hour study, and this is the actually price for this one. And under the SIP advanced, this is in-depth analysis, like everything for the SIP, which contains 412 activities, about 40 hours of study, and this much is the amount for 1 year. But the main thing here is, if you purchase it, from the SIP Foundation. If you purchase SIP Foundation or SIP Advanced, and you can use my code. If you use my particular discount code, you will get a discount of 33% almost for on all these, like SIP, either it's SIP Foundation or SIP Advanced or a combination of SIP Advanced plus SIP School certification. So let me just open this SIP Advanced and I'll show you what you will get. So I can click on this view details and you will be able to see what you will get it under this SIP Advanced course, right? It is provided by SIPSense. It is not like created by me actually, but it is created by one of the best trainer in the world, I can say. I hope you saw my videos on the SIP, what is SIP, the initial SIP videos. That particular SIP video is created by this guy who created this lms.sipsense. Okay, so it contains these activities, 136 modules across 8 chapters. But what you will get under this one, you can see this is the course outline. Under the modules, this is the foundation. Under this module, you will see what is SIP, first SIP call, and all other things. Under the SIP call analysis, you will get 44 modules, right? These are all the modules. And this actually contains all the activities as well. That is what it says, 412 learning activities, 136 module as well. So you can go and check it out, what all are the things under this particular LMS, under this particular SIP course. After this one, you will be having this tab that is registration and location. This contains 30 modules. Then you will be having this routing. It contains 8 modules, interdomain SIP location, troubleshooting exercises, routing subsequent requests, all the things you will get under this routing module. Then redirection, that contains SIP redirection, recursion, redirection responses, redirection servers, all the things you will get under this particular SIP advanced course, I can say. And security as well, secure SIP, tunneling, extensibility and SIP services. It contains so many modules as well, right? Like you can see it up here. Contains video conferencing, checkpoint, PBX features. Then inter-network connectivity, you will be having PSTN gateway, SIP WebRTC, NAT, session border controls, like all the things you will get under this SIP advanced course. Now, if you are looking for a certification as well on this particular SSC SIP school certification, so certification is also available. You can get certified with the course exam, but for this one, you can see it's available online, 50 question, 1.5 hours almost, or I can say 1 hour 20 minutes passing marks. But for this one, if you are purchasing this SIP advanced, that is of 300, I can say, pounds. And but if you are looking for a certification on SSC, that is SIP school certification, then you can purchase this one, Enterprise Plus SSC, right? So let's say you are not purchasing SSC, or maybe you are purchasing SSC. Either you can choose this one or this one. If you go click on select, after clicking on select, you can just mention the details about you, like full name, position, username, login credentials, right? After that, you will be able to see here the discount code, right? So if you see the discount code here, you can just enter my discount code, which is technical venture, right? So as of now, you can see this is of 360 pounds, right? This is 360 pounds. And as soon as you apply my discount, that is technical hyphen venture, and then you can click on apply discount, you will get a 33% discount on purchasing this course. Now, if I click on this apply discount, you can say discount technical venture reseller code, price discounted by 33%. And you can see now your checkout price would be 241, right? Plan cost 360, discount is 33%, and after discount it is 241.20, right? And then you can just check it out, right? I hope you will definitely love this actually course as well, because I already took it earlier also, correct? So let me go back to our slide. So here we discussed about all other SDP messages, what all this contains, media, RTP map, these all are the conditions. And after that, I'm going to discuss about the processing invite responses, which is starting from 1xx, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And after that, what I'll discuss is I'll discuss about how you can read the traces as well, actually. Like I will show you the invite, I will show you the send, I will show you the 100 trying, I'll show you 180 ringing, 200 okay, 183 session progress, all the things as well. And then I will let you know how to read the traces actually. I'm going to discuss about all these header fields one by one as well in detail. And then we will come to the point like how you can read the traces so that you will get a master in SIP as well, right? And if you want to schedule some time with me, you can go to this topmed.io/technicalventure, or you can send an email to me on technicalventure02@gmail.com, right? And if you really like this video, then please hit like and share it and subscribe my channel. And please press the bell icon so that you will be able to receive notifications of all my upcoming videos. Thank you.